I'm just trying to fit in, and you're watching a battle against Clod9Cloud9. He's pretty cool. I'm using my Sandstorm team this time, so I lead with my Tyranitar, and Arcanine gets close combat now, so I realize that, and I switch out into my Randarosu, which is part flying, part ground. He gets his Life Orb damage, so I know he has Life Orb, and I go for a Swords Dance expecting him to switch. That's successful. The problem is he switches into a Mamoswine. Well, he uses Ice Shard, and I just happen to have a Yache Berry, which pretty much sucks for him, because that's the only reason I was able to survive. The problem for me, though, is that he's able to survive my Stone Edge. So I don't want it to die, and I send out my Shandera. And my Shandera uses Nitro Charge, and it fails to kill the Mamoswine. And the Mamoswine kills my Shandera with level ground. So that really stinks for me. I could have just used Flamethrower, but what are you gonna do? I go out into my Abagura, and he can't really do anything to it, so I go for, he switches out, but I was expecting him to stay in and use Ice Shard and at least get some damage off, so I went for the Aqua Jet, which kind of failed. I was expecting a Psychic type attack right here, so I went out into my Tyranitar, but he ends up using Thunder Wave, which wouldn't have been too bad on my Abagura because it was slow to begin with, and it had rest. Anyway, seeing my Tyranitar, he switches out into his Giga Gear, I think it's called. And I'm expecting that gear attack that he's using right now. So I go out into my Notori and give him Steel Thorns damage twice. So he's getting a lot more damage than I am getting. He goes out into his Dark Dragon Sazandora, I believe. As I use Leech Seed, expecting the switch. And it doesn't matter that he got a crit on that attack that he... No, wait, that was a different battle. Never mind. I didn't say that. Fearing the Flamethrower, because I've had this happen to me once, fearing the Flamethrower, I go out into my Abagura, and now it doesn't matter if he gets the crit, because I heal it all with Leech Seed anyway, and leftovers. And he goes out into his Mamoswine again, which is funny because he switched out of his Mamoswine when I sent out Abagura. So he goes out into his Mamoswine as Death Fodder, but my Abagura uses Curse, so it doesn't really matter. This is an electric bug type Pokemon, and I don't exactly know what he was planning to do with it, so I stayed in and used Stone Edge, and the Stone Edge works. But the sad thing was that that thing knew Energy Ball, so that took a huge chunk out of Abagura, and it's pretty important later. He goes out into his Arcanine and uses Close Combat, which I kind of predicted it wouldn't kill me, so that's pretty good for me, as I go for another Curse. And then he goes for an Extreme Speed just to get some damage off, because he knows he's going to die. And I go for an Aqua Jet, which will take him out. I'm going to post a link in the doobly-doo to a battle I had that Bestow 5000 wanted to upload. So, we had a battle, and I'll post a link to that one. He goes out into his Giga Gear, and I actually had one in the story mode, so I was expecting an electric type attack. But I didn't think it would kill me because it never killed anything when I used it in the story mode. And he uses some like gear change move as I go for the Swords Dance, expecting him to switch. And I don't know what he's just planning to do with the Swords Dance. His speed is raised twice, and his attack is raised once, but it doesn't matter because I Earthquake him, and I'm still faster, and he dies. And then he sends out that other Pokemon, and I Shadow Claw it, and that dies. And then I use Return on this Pokemon, revealing all 4 of my moves on Doryuzu, and that dies. So it was a pretty good game. I like my Sandstorm team. Yay! lag, 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 lag.